The Business Review brings you top financial news developments, influencing financial markets, international currencies, commodities, global commerce, tourism, and other economic events from around the globe.
The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres on Wednesday called for a breakthrough to help poorer countries adapt to a hotter world where fires and floods are becoming the new normal. In a speech titled The State of the Planet, Antonio Guterres said there was a moral and economic case for giving more support to developing countries to deal with climate change impacts rather than focusing investment mostly on cutting emissions. Guterres said large-scale preventive support for adaptation was especially urgent for small island developing states, which face an existential threat. Measures needed include early warning systems to keep people safe from disasters, more robust infrastructure, improving dry land farming to help crops survive drought, and protecting coastal mangroves, which act as a buffer against storm surges. Guterres added that those and other steps can give the world a double dividend, avoiding future losses and generating economic gains and other benefits. He cited a study from the Global Commission on Adaptation, a high-level panel of experts, which found that every $1 invested in adaptation measures could yield almost $4 in benefits. Guterres urged donor governments and development banks to commit to boost their share of funding for adaptation and resilience to at least 50% of their climate finance support by next November's COP26 UN Climate Summit. The push will echo the UN-backed Race to Zero campaign to rally governments, companies, and other organizations to cut their planet heating emissions to net zero by 2050 or earlier.
China and ASEAN are becoming the most successful and vibrant model for cooperation in the Asia-Pacific region. The 17th China-ASEAN Expo was held in South China's Guangxi Zhuan Autonomous Region. The Chinese president and 7 leaders from ASEAN members at this expo. In his speech, the Chinese president reiterated China's support for ASEAN's centrality in Eastern Asian cooperation and its hopes that ASEAN will be playing a bigger role in the world. ASEAN has seen many historic changes this year and has helped boost confidence of the world amid the COVID-19 pandemic. In the first half of the year of 2011, China became the largest trading partner with bilateral trade volume increased by 25%. In 2018, ASEAN countries accounted for 6 among the top 20 destinations of China's overseas investment. Apart from economic ties, people-to-people exchanges have also deepened. Since the pandemic occurred in China, ASEAN was the first to show support. This year, the overall scale of e-commerce in Southeast Asia as a whole reached $62 billion. The trade between China and the ASEAN countries is continuing to move forward in new ways, and exports to ASEAN from China increased by 6.6% and now recently 7.3% respectively.
An increasing number of German enterprises are investing in the East China city of Taeshan City, where local small and mid-sized enterprises in need of international cooperation are welcoming them with open arms. German car parts firm Brass is one such enterprise. Almost 2 years ago, Michel Birnbaum arrived from Germany with his family to live and work in Taeshan City as the firm's director of operations. Since then, his team has completed the installation and commissioning of many large-scale pieces of equipment. Since the introduction of the first German-owned enterprise in 1993, more than half of firms have carried out localized research and development innovation in Tiesang, and more than 90% have increased investments into the region for expansion purposes. Tiesang has established economic and trade cooperation with over 160 countries and regions.
Chinese paint and industrial coating manufacturers are investing more into research and development and upgrades in an effort to break into the international market with more eco-friendly products. Runtai New Material Company, one of the well-known paint manufacturers in China, has teamed up with various universities from around the world to improve their high performance and product quality of products. The chairman of Taizhou-based firm explained that the universities help solve technical issues encountered in their production process, as well as help investigate market demand and accelerate the commercialization of the company's scientific achievements. As a result, the firm has greatly enhanced its scientific research capabilities. Bolstered by their innovative achievements, Runtai has exported its products to 103 countries and is building factories abroad to help the international market. In the 2020 World Top 10 100 Coatings list released annually by China itself, a total of 100 companies from 27 countries were shortlisted.
London Zoo reopened its gate on December 2nd as England emerged from a month-long coronavirus lockdown. The zoo's chief operating officer, Catherine England, said it felt good to welcome visitors back to the zoo, which relies completely on entrance fees to maintain the expert care of its 20,000 animals. The Zoological Society of London charity, which runs the zoo, had been calling on the public to book tickets ahead of the reopening following a total of 15 weeks closure in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Additional hand washing facilities and sanitizer stations have been placed across the zoo, while 2 meters distance markers have been laid out in exhibits and one-way routes introduced to control the flow of visitors.
Brussels Airport has been running mock tests this week to showcase their readiness to distribute COVID-19 vaccines once they're available. The European Union is running rapid vaccine regulatory processes. The EU drugs regulator, the European Medicines Agency, said it could give conditional marketing approval for Pfizer's vaccine by December the 29th and make a decision on Moderna's by January the 12th. In the European Union, it's up to each country in the 27-member bloc to start distributing vaccines to their populations. Speaking on the sidelines of a presentation organized on Tuesday for journalists, Air Cargo Belgium director Geert Kierens said Brussels Airport was ready to handle all the vaccines once they're available. The head of the airport's cargo division, Nathan de Valk, said the main challenges linked to transport and storage of vaccines were to maintain low temperatures throughout the whole supply chain, with some vaccines requiring to be stored with dry ice at temperatures of minus 70 degrees Celsius or below. Kieran said Brussels Airport's 30,000 square meters of cooling facilities made it the hugest concentration of refrigerators at an airport in Europe.
The Nigerian ambassador to China, Baba Ahmed Jida, said that Nigeria hopes to deepen its ties with China through friendly exchanges. Ambassador Jida said China and Nigeria fought the pandemic together during the outbreak, and one Chinese construction company, China Civil Engineering Construction Cooperation, supported Nigeria the most when it was in dire need. In Jida's opinion, the coronavirus situation is now under control in China, and the major focus of China's bilateral cooperation has shifted to global health. Jida says he's been to almost every province in China, and he praised China's development blueprint. saying that the 5-year plan is an important tool for the country's progress. Ambassador Jeddah said he is staying in China for his second 3-year term as he aims to deepen the already friendly ties between his host and home country.
This brings us to the end of this episode of the Business Review. We hope to see you again tomorrow with news of stock markets, economic conferences, commodities, currencies, regional and international financial news, and much more.